How's it going, everyone? VenomousStare here, back with Protoss versus Terran, one of StarCraft 2's best matchups. We have two North American players facing off, Pokebunny and Puck. Both of these players were on IVD at one time, and I think this is going to be a good game. It's on Frost, it was played on the ladder, they're on cross positions. Already lots of good elements coming in. Puck, of course, he's a macro Protoss, usually favors macro-based robotics play, and he's on the team Root. Pokebunny has spent some time on a lot of different North American teams. He was on VT in early 2010, a team with Desro, and when I say early 2010, I mean like early on in the game's life, not like January. And Pokebunny here is going to make a barracks and a reactor. He's also going to SCV scout, so I would anticipate that it's going to be some sort of marine opener with wall in with the reactor, because there's really no reason to take the gas and do an SCV. Like, basically you're never going to SCV scout and Reaper scout, so that's how I'm deducing that. Puck takes an expansion, and if we look at this one probe, and by one probe I mean one SCV in gas for Pokebunny, he's also going to expand. Puck, of course, taking his Cyber Core as soon as he can. And there's the Expo for Pokebunny. Both players scouted the incorrect position first. But now Puck is going to try to scout, but because he scouted the wrong position, he's not going to get in the base. Pokebunny is going to deflect the harass away. Now this is a 4-player map, and interestingly enough, it's one of the few 4-player maps that actually has 3 unique ways it can play out based on spawns. Most 4-player maps will kind of just be very similar, or they'll be forced cross spawns. Stargate coming from Puck, this is abnormal for him. Usually he goes Robo. Ooh, interesting. Absurdly fast third base here from Pokebunny. And in my opinion, this really speaks to how much he respects Puck as a macro player. In my eyes, this is a build you would do when you expect someone to take a third base, play safe, go Robo, but Puck is not doing that. He's going Stargate. And let's keep in mind, 400 minerals this early on in the game is a big deal. Pokebunny delayed an engineering bay. His second and third barracks, as we see the second barracks, really about a quarter of the way done, maybe about half. Pokebunny only has one barracks with the reactor to make units out of, and this could be problematic. He doesn't even have the ability to make turrets, which is really what you need versus the Oracle, aka the Gooby. Puck is also making a couple of adepts. Adepts are very useful at scouting around and killing workers. The Oracle is almost complete for Puck. This is really going to determine the outcome of the game, this Oracle. Now Puck is a macro player. He's not the type to make like 3 Oracles and do a bust. So I would expect Phoenix after this Oracle, or maybe one more Oracle into Phoenix and a third. But Puck's going to fly this Oracle down south. This enables him to skirt around the watchtowers. And Pokebunny's orbital command is going to finish here, so he'll have the ability to triple mule, but judging by the lack of marines and lack of turrets, he's going to really need to make 3 SCVs at a time, because he's going to lose a bunch of stuff right about now, guys. Here comes the Oracle. The marines are not in position. He really didn't expect this Oracle build. SCV, building a depot. He's going to be horrified to see this disco ball of doom floating above. Zap, zap, zap. He's even going to pick up this SCV off the starport, I would guess, and he does. Notice Pokebunny preemptively had to pull his SCVs from the natural because he thought Puck was going to fly, and look at that. Puck is at a huge worker lead now, 12, but not only that, he severely delayed Pokebunny's mining. Pokebunny basically wasn't really mining there for a second, and Puck has a third base started. Pokebunny starts as eBay, but this is huge. Pokebunny, if we look at income, he's already behind by a dozen, and Puck's going to fly in here and make things even worse, as that delayed eBay really makes it hard to deal with an Oracle, because Pokebunny doesn't have the marines really to defend as well as he wants to. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place where, yeah, he can split them up, but without stim and combat shield, Puck can always just fly around and pick off workers on gas, do whatever he wants to get a lead, and at this point, a lead he shall have. Huge worker lead. Notice how instead of going for like a warp gate all in or a void ray or more oracles, Puck has continued to macro. He started his forge, he started his twilight, both of which are being chronoed. If you're a new player, it's very important to chrono boost your upgrades. That's what you should be using your chrono boost on. He's also started a robo, and he's adding gates. He has a third base too. Puck is ahead in almost every single aspect of this game. This 3cc is useful for coming back in the game, but because Puck elected to do such a strong macro follow-up, Pokebunny is at a huge disadvantage. Once again, if we go to income, even though Pokebunny has this brutal triple mulage, he's still losing. And I would honestly expect, as a Widowmine goes down there, Pokebunny just to try a mid-game attack. All of Pokebunny's stuff gets tagged though, so if he does want to try a big mid-game attack, Puck will see it coming. Now the issue here is that Pokebunny is just behind in almost every single way, laughably behind in workers and income. Doesn't have a third base established. He has the third CC, but not the base per se. Puck has a warp prism. He sees this as plain as day. Puck knows that this push is coming. His resonating glaives have finished. His +1 has finished. If we go to upgrades, resonating glaive +1 adepts versus no combat shield marines is a joke. I mean, Puck is going to laugh this army out of the game. He has almost as many adepts as Pokebunny has Gem Rainers. Pokebunny just going to pick up here though. Puck doesn't have any stalkers, but at this point, Puck is so far ahead he can just push across the map and win. Pokebunny doesn't have a bunker or a tank or mines. He was really relying on that push doing damage, and due to Puck's excellent micro, he tagged all the units, didn't lose his oracle, and he saw the push coming, easily defended. He's going to lay a stasis ward. If this catches units, it will be devastating. As we see Pokebunny, stasis ward goes off onto only one unit, but this third base will be denied. Puck will just win the game here. He has such a unit advantage. 32 adepts, going to steamroll the Terran player. Wow! So Puck opens up with Oracle and closes out with Adept. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more. Click the little bell so you get notifications when I make new StarCraft 2 videos. Peace out.